This section is used to prepare your order by grouping the samples together and preparing them for shipment, including documentation. Follow the step-by-step instructions. In the Menu tab, click the Send Out button. Click the Create Send Out button. The first step in the menu that appears is the information about the sender and receiver. In this section, you will also be able to create or edit existing company or contacts from scratch. Select this option only if your employee is temporarily taking samples for some manipulation and you do not intend to send them to any customer. In this case, the selected samples will be unavailable until you mark them as returned in Send Out after returning the items. If your company has multiple departments, the department menu will be active where you can select the desired one. If you only have one department, the field will not be active but your department will be automatically selected. In the Sender field, select the employee on whose behalf the send-out is being created. In the Recipient field, select the contact to whom you are preparing the send-out and intend to send the samples. If you do not have a recipient contact added, you can add one by clicking the plus sign in the same form. In the Add New Contact form, fill in the required, mandatory fields and any other fields as desired and click the Create button. Select a contact from the list. In Return Point of Contact, select a contact from the list under whose name the samples you sent will be returned. If you do not have a contact in the list, add a new contact by clicking the plus button. Select a contact from the list. In the Send Out type, select the reason for creating the send out. From the list, you can choose loan, transfer, reservation, purchase, return to vendor, send to archive, write-off, gift. Select the desired currency from the list. In the reservation date, open the calendar and select the day from which the samples you add to the list will be reserved. The samples will be unavailable from the selected period. Open the calendar and select the day and time when the recipient should return the samples. If a request for samples was previously sent, scroll down the list and select the employee who made the request. In the Type of Dispatch field, select the method you are sending the package by. If you don't have the desired type of dispatch in the list, add a new one by clicking the plus button. Click the plus button to add new type of dispatch. Enter a description in the field. Click the OK button to confirm. If you wish, you have the option to edit or delete any entry. Close the window by clicking the X button or click the Save button to save the changes. If desired, fill in the fields with information about the project. Enter the name of a celebrity, influencer, or model in the field. Enter the name of the project or event. Select a contact from the list who is publishing the project or add a new contact by clicking the plus sign. Select an issue from the list or add a new one by clicking the plus button. Select a client from the list for whom the samples are being prepared by the customer. Or add a new one by clicking on the plus sign. Click the plus button. The client field is required. If desired, you can also copy the client's social media links and click the OK button to add them. You also have the option to edit or delete the entry. Click the Save button to confirm. Enter the stylist's or editor's name in the field. Enter the photographer's name in the field. Enter the project or event location in the field. Enter the project or event theme in the field. Select Run-Through Dates in the calendar. Select the project dates on the calendar to see from which date the event lasts. Write additional notes if desired. Enter the cost of shipping in the field. If you already have a tracking number for your package, enter it in the field. If you select Staff Loan in Send Out details at the beginning of the Send Out form, these two boxes will be active and you can select them if you hand off samples to another department. Check if you have Pull Original Air Waybill number from the receiving department. To proceed to the second step of filling out the Send Out form, click the Next button. In the second step, you have the opportunity to add samples to send using various forms. If you want to add a sample via barcode, type the barcode number in the field and click the Scan button. A message about the successful addition of the sample will be displayed in the Logs field. The added sample will also be reflected in the list. If you want to add a sample from the list of samples, click the Add from Inventory button. The Open Samples window displays a complete list of your samples. To easily find the desired sample, use the Quick Search filters. Select the desired filters, after which only those samples that match the criteria you selected in the filters will be displayed in the general list. To disable filters, click the X buttons next to the filters. Find the desired sample and click the Select button to add it to the Send-out list. Click the X button to close the inventory window. To add a sample by look, click the ADD by Look button. A list of samples from the previously selected look will appear in the field. If any of the samples from the look have not been added to the inventory, they will be empty. To add the samples from the look to the Send-out, click the Select button. The logs will show samples that have been added to the Send-out list as well as samples from the loop that have not been added to the sample inventory. To add a sample, click ADD Sample in the log. To add a sample to your inventory, fill in the required fields and click the Create and Add button to add it to your Send-out. Samples can be added via the mobile app by scanning pre-scanned sample barcodes. In the scanner's mobile app, click the Scan button. Point the camera at the sample barcode. After scanning you will be able to see photos of the sample, and you can also zoom in on the photos to see more details. To see the full list of scanned samples, click the List button. See the full list of scanned samples and, if desired, click on any of them to also see detailed information about the sample and its photo in an enlarged size. After clicking the ADD from Scanner button, all samples that you have previously scanned using the mobile app scanner will be added to the list. You can also pre-select and mark samples to be added to the Send-out in the Sample Manager. Click the magnifying glass icon to see a list of which samples you have selected from your sample list. See all the samples you have previously selected in the list. Go to the second page to see the second page of selected samples. After viewing the list, close the window by clicking on the X button. To add pre-selected samples to the Send-out, click the Add Queued Samples button. Information about samples added to the list is reflected in the log. You also have the option to add samples from a pre-selected lookbook to your Send-out. To add samples from the lookbook, click the ADD Selected from Lookbook button. The submitted lookbooks will be displayed in the opened window. You also have the option to search for the desired lookbook using the filter. To add samples from the desired lookbook to the Send-out, click the Select button. Click the Yes button to confirm. If the samples in the lookbook are already in your inventory, they will be added to the list automatically. If the samples in the lookbook are not already in your inventory, a message will appear indicating that you have the option to add items to your inventory. Click the Yes button to confirm. To add a sample, click the Create Sample button. Fill in the required fields and click the Create and Add button to add the sample. Information about samples added to the list is reflected in the log. You can perform separate manipulations on each sample added to the Send-out. Click the Select button to see the list. To view sample details, click the View Details button. Click the X button to close the window. Click the Select button. To make changes to the sample details, click the Edit Details button. Enter the change in the desired field and click the Update button to confirm. Click the Select button. You can move a sample added to this current sendout to another previously created sendout. To move a sample, click the Move to Another Sendout button. Open the sendout list, which lists all the sendout numbers you have created so far. Select the desired sendout from the list and click the Move button. Click the Select button. You have the opportunity to view all samples from the designer whose sample you have selected. In the list of displayed samples, you can use filters to find the desired sample and add it to the sendout list with the Select button. Click the Select button. If you want to print the sample barcode, click the Print Barcode button. If you want to remove a sample from the sendout, click the Remove Sample button. Select the reason why you are deleting the sample from the sendout list and click the OK button to confirm. In the third box of the sendout, you can add a tracking number if you have already sent the package. To view and print the delivery memo, click the Print button. If you want to download the delivery memo document to an Excel file, click the Excel button. If you want to send the delivery memo document, click the Email button. Enter the recipient's email address in the field. Enter the email subject in the field. Enter the desired text. To send the email, click the Send button. A notification about the successful sending of the email will be displayed in the upper middle of the screen. If you want to edit additional information in the delivery memo, click the Edit button. Make changes to the text and click the OK button to confirm. To print the delivery memo, click the Print button. Select the printer settings and click the Print button. To print the sample barcodes, click the Barcodes button. Click the X button to close the window. If you want to print the proforma invoice, click the Print button. To print the proforma invoice, click the Print button. Select the printer settings and click the Print button. To send a proforma invoice by email, click the Email button. Enter the recipient's email address in the field. Enter the email subject in the field. Enter the desired text. To send the email, click the Send button. A notification about the successful sending of the email will be displayed in the upper middle of the screen. If you want to download the delivery memo document to an Excel file, click the Excel button. Click the X button to close the window. If you want to print the recipient address label, click the Print button. Click on the Print button. Select the printer settings and click the Print button. Click the X button to close the window. If you want to print the barcodes of all samples included in the sendout, click the Print button. Click on the Print button. Select the printer settings and click the Print button. Click the X button to close the window. To complete the sendout, click the Done button. Click the Yes button to confirm.